Our channel is 100% focused on stories like this, providing you with valuable information the media hides from you. Please, so you don't miss videos like this, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It helps our work a lot. They say the moon is a natural satellite, a cold, barren rock that has orbited our planet for billions of years. A celestial body whose gravitational pull controls our tides and stabilizes our world. They tell us it's a cosmic coincidence, a simple part of the natural order. But what if they're lying? What if everything you've ever been told about the moon is a fabrication? What if the moon isn't real at all? This isn't just another conspiracy theory. This is a journey into a hidden truth, a descent into the dark corridors of science and history that they don't want you to explore. We're going to examine the evidence, the inconsistencies, and the downright bizarre facts that point to a single terrifying conclusion. The moon is an alien ship, parked in our sky. Let's start with the most obvious question. How did the moon get there? The scientific community has a few theories, but none of them hold up to scrutiny. The giant impact hypothesis suggests a Mars-sized object slammed into the early Earth, and the debris eventually formed the moon. It's a convenient story, but it has a massive problem. The chemical composition of the moon is almost identical to Earth's mantle. If the moon were formed from a collision, it should have a different makeup. It should be a mix of Earth and the other planet, but it's not. The elements are a perfect match, a chemical fingerprint that screams, originating from the same source. Then there's the capture theory. This theory proposes that the moon was a rogue planetoid that was captured by Earth's gravity. But this is even more implausible. To capture a body of the moon's size, Earth would need an impossibly precise trajectory and a highly dense atmosphere to slow it down. The gravitational mechanics simply don't work. The moon would either have been flung away or would have crashed into Earth. It wouldn't have settled into a perfect, stable orbit. Another theory, the co-formation theory, suggests the Earth and moon formed together from the same swirling disk of dust and gas. But this doesn't explain the moon's incredibly low density. The moon is far less dense than Earth. If they formed together, they should have a similar density. All of these scientific theories are filled with holes. They're not explanations. They're educated guesses designed to keep you from asking the real questions. So let's ask a different question. What if the moon wasn't formed naturally at all? What if it was built? What if it was placed there deliberately? This is where things get truly strange. The moon's orbit is almost a perfect circle. It's a unique anomaly in our solar system. Most moons have elliptical orbits, but not ours. It's a perfect, stable path. And here's the real kicker. The moon's size and distance from Earth are perfectly calibrated to create a total solar eclipse. Think about that for a moment. The moon is 400 times smaller than the sun, but it is also 400 times closer to Earth. This impossible coincidence means that when the moon passes between the sun and Earth, it covers the sun's disk perfectly. It's an astronomical alignment that defies all odds. It's a cosmic bullseye. For the sun's powerful corona to be revealed, you need a perfect match. And we get one. It's a jaw-dropping 1 in a trillion shot. Why would a natural, randomly formed satellite have such a precise and perfect orbit? Why would it be the exact right size at the exact right distance to create such a spectacular visual phenomenon? The probability of this happening by chance is so astronomically low that it's statistically impossible. It's a signature, a message. It's a giant flashing neon sign in the sky that says, "This is not a natural object." But the coincidences don't stop there. Let's talk about the composition of the moon's surface. When astronauts drilled into the lunar surface, they found something deeply unsettling. The moon's soil, or regolith, is made of a strange, fine powder, and it contains processed metals like brass and mica. These materials don't occur naturally in the way they were found. They're the product of advanced metallurgy. They're the waste products of a manufacturing process. And then there are the craters. The moon is covered in them, but they all have a very strange characteristic. The deepest craters are only a few miles deep. The moon's surface should be riddled with craters of varying depths. But when an asteroid hits the moon, it seems to hit a solid barrier, a metallic shell beneath the surface. It's as if the moon has a titanium hull. The Apollo 12 mission provided one of the most compelling pieces of evidence. After the astronauts deployed seismic equipment, they intentionally crashed the lunar module into the moon's surface. The impact was equivalent to 1 ton of TNT. And instead of a deep rumble, the moon rang like a bell. It rang for over an hour. The sound waves traveled for miles, reverberating as if they were trapped inside a hollow object. NASA scientists, caught off guard, were forced to describe the phenomenon as the moon ringing like a gong. This wasn't a metaphor. This was the literal description of what they heard. A natural solid rock doesn't ring like a bell. A hollow metallic sphere does. The moon is a sphere of unknown composition with a hard metallic shell. This isn't a new idea. Back in the 1970s, 2 Soviet scientists, Mikhail Vasin and Alexander Shcherbakov, published a paper titled, "Is the Moon the Creation of Alien Intelligence?" In it, they proposed that the moon is an artificial hollow object, possibly a hollowed-out planetoid created by an advanced civilization. They theorized that the moon was towed into orbit and is being used as a base, a massive interstellar arc, or an observation post. They pointed to all the same strange facts we've been discussing: the perfect orbit, the ringing, the shallow craters, the unnatural density. But their theory was dismissed as science fiction. It was too radical, too challenging to the established order. They were shunned by the scientific community, their work relegated to the fringes of paranoid thought. But what if they were right? What if the moon is hollow? What if it's not a rock, but a shell, a ship? The perfect orbit, the bell-like ringing, the metallic debris on the surface, all the evidence points to this being a possibility. And if it's a ship, then who built it? And why is it here? The hollow moon theory is not just a fringe idea. It's a terrifying possibility that explains all the anomalies. The moon is a massive technological marvel. It's an ancient construct, a silent observer in the sky. But the evidence goes deeper. Think about the anomalous seismic events. On multiple occasions, seismic sensors placed on the moon by Apollo astronauts have detected strange, unexplained tremors. They're not natural moonquakes. They're strong, localized, and they don't follow any known geological patterns. Some have even been linked to what seem to be structured movements beneath the surface. It's as if something is moving inside the moon, something enormous. What about the transient lunar phenomena, the TLP? For centuries, astronomers have been reporting strange flashes of light, glowing patches, and other inexplicable events on the moon's surface. These aren't meteors. These aren't reflected sunlight. They're brief, localized, and they've been observed by professional astronomers using powerful telescopes. They're like light sources turning on and off, like power sources, like a city turning on its lights. Then there are the UFO sightings on the moon. For decades, both amateur and professional astronomers have captured images and videos of strange objects moving across the lunar surface or orbiting the moon. They're not satellites. They're not space junk. They're flying in ways that defy our understanding of physics, and they're being seen around the moon. What if these sightings aren't just random events? What if they're a part of a larger story? What if the moon is a base, a permanent port, a silent witness to our history? The idea is chilling, but it makes a terrifying kind of sense. And what about the dark side of the moon? They call it the far side. It's the hemisphere of the moon that always faces away from Earth. It's shrouded in mystery, and it's a region where we've seen some of the most compelling anomalies. The far side is more heavily cratered than the near side, which is strange. But it's also where we've seen some of the most unusual structures. Images captured by various lunar orbiters, including the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, have shown strange geometric patterns. They're not natural. They're straight lines, perfect angles, and massive structures that look like they've been built by an intelligent hand. And they are, of course, dismissed as tricks of light and shadow, but when you look at them, when you truly look at them, they look like ruins. They look like the remains of a great civilization. This isn't science fiction. This is the truth that has been hidden in plain sight. The moon is a technological marvel. It's a hollowed-out world, a ship, a base. It was placed there for a reason, and it's being used for a purpose we can only guess at. Think about the sheer audacity of it. Hiding a massive alien ship in plain sight, using a cosmic coincidence to mask its true nature. Using the natural beauty of a solar eclipse to distract us from the truth. It's the ultimate act of deception, the most incredible magic trick ever performed. They tell us the moon is natural. They tell us it's a dead rock. They tell us to look away, to not question the perfect orbit, the strange ringing, the metallic soil. They want us to believe it's a cosmic coincidence, a stroke of random luck. But the evidence is overwhelming. The moon is not real. It's not a natural satellite. It is a ship. It is an artifact. It is a technological construct placed in our sky by an intelligence we can't begin to comprehend. So the next time you look up at the moon, don't see a cold, dead rock. See a city. See a ship. See a silent observer in the sky, and ask yourself, what are they doing up there? And what will happen when they finally decide to reveal themselves? Our channel is 100% focused on stories like this, providing you with valuable information the media hides from you. Please, so you don't miss videos like this, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It helps our work a lot.